Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, January 25th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you'll see is that the futures are rising today by nearly 5 points to 1496.50 per contract. Once again, markets are trading higher after yesterday's little bit of a flat day for the most part. Yesterday, the S&P 500 cash index finished basically flat on the session, higher by just 1 penny. But today, futures are trading higher really across the board. Even NASDAQ futures are getting a little bit of a bid. Looks like the market makers, the institutions out there, want to close this market at around 1,500 for the weekend. So I would give the market a slightly positive bias today. Flat to slightly positive, but right around that 1,500 or higher. That's probably where they're going to look to close this thing today. Get everybody bullish, everybody euphoric for the weekend. So, again, that looks to be what's on tap, but we'll see how this thing plays out going forward. I want to point out the U.S. dollar index today getting hit. That is down around 16 cents or so lower. So dollars moving lower, markets are moving higher, inflating across the board. Now, last night in Asia, there was a wild market there. The Nikkei index really took off to the upside. It looks like the Nikkei was higher by nearly 3%. So this index now is down 2%, up 1%, down 2%, up 3%. I mean, it's just all over the place, all on the back of money printing. So again, this is just dominating the world markets. The weaker your currency is, the higher your stock market goes. Just look here in the United States, our currency has been weak for 4 years, 5 years, even longer. Make a case 10 years. But a lot of money printing, and that's what inflates markets. So again, that's all it comes down to. So Japan having a huge night. The Shanghai index, which is probably more important in my opinion, was down 0.5%. The Indian Sensex up nearly 1%. So you could watch for strength today, probably in the Japanese ADRs again, and you could watch for strength in probably some of the Indian ADRs. But this is what we're dealing with now. You're dealing with a lot of central bank involvement, and it's been like this for some time, but now they've taken it to a whole nother level. So we'll see how this goes throughout our session today in the U.S., and we'll see how these markets play out. But I do think that the markets are trying to close that cash S&P at around 1,500 for the weekend. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, a few other things out here. We'll take a look at gold this morning. Gold is down $9. Gold sold off yesterday. Today it's down another 9 to 16.61 per contract. I should say an ounce, 16.61 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. The GLD this morning is trading around 61.04. It closed yesterday at around 61.42. So down a little bit this morning. Again, the weaker dollar generally will help gold, but that doesn't seem to be the case today, as the pressure on gold has just been increasing more and more over this past few days. Let's take a look at USO today, where we'll go with spot crude first. That's trading up by 30 cents to 96.21 a barrel. Again, weaker dollar is beneficial for higher oil. What people don't realize is that the higher oil gets, the more pressure it's going to put on the economy. Right now, you do have the USO trading at $34.86. That is up a little bit from yesterday's close by about 10 cents. So again, weaker dollar, stronger oil. What people need to watch for is the UGA, which has been slowly creeping up. You're going to take a look here at a daily chart of the UGA, and this is the United States Gasoline Fund. We're now only about 60 cents from the highs that were made in October and September. So gasoline prices are starting to soar at the pump. Even though the media is not talking about that, you will hear about that soon enough. So again, high gasoline prices are not a positive either for the economy. But hey, when all this money is being injected, and that's what can happen. That's the byproduct of a lot of money printing. You get higher commodity prices. So oil and gasoline have been moving steadily higher, and I suppose as long as more money will be printed, they'll continue to do just that. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news. We're going to start off with Microsoft. Mr. Softy really not doing much today. Stock closed yesterday around $27.63 this morning. The stock is trading around $27.36. So a little bit of a tick down. Nothing drastic, nothing much. I don't think there's any play here. I still think there's a fair amount of resistance around the 28 level and even 28.22. So I just don't know if there's much upside here for Microsoft. But I could see a retest of that 28 area. That's possible. Let's take a look here at Juniper. Juniper, major networking stock, rival to Cisco. Juniper is having a pretty solid move. The stock is up to around 21.90. It is a little bit overbought on all time frames. I don't think there's much upside. The only gap level that I have for a fade would be much, much higher, unfortunately. I'd look at 25.86. The stock may give you a little bit of a pullback at 24 if it even gets up there. I'm not sure you're going to even see that price. It is already overbought. But again, 24 and then 25.86. Those would be the two levels I think that the stock can be sold short on a scalp basis. Other than that, I mean, you can't do much with it. It's just going to linger here, maybe trade up a little bit more. But there are no plays on Juniper unless it reaches those levels. All right, let's take a look at Tempur-Pedic. TPX is the ticker symbol here. This is a play off the housing market. This is coming off a very nice daily chart base. So this stock actually, the upside here is a little bit justified. Now, I don't know if it's this much upside should be justified, but either way you slice it or dice it, the stock has very good resistance around 46.50. Maybe it's 46.44. Hard to pinpoint it to the penny. This is a little bit on the thin side. And then 54.33. Those are the only two levels I think you can watch for right now. 46.44 and then 54.33. I know it sounds like a lot, but this is a thin trading stock. Sometimes this stock doesn't even, trade 400,000 shares a day. So it can and it will move higher than you think. So be a little bit careful with this one. 46.44 resistance. We were there already this morning, and then you have 54.33. I like that 54.33 as a good short scalping level. 46.44. If it bases the stock bases underneath on the intraday chart, that level can get taken out to the upside because it is a strong gap. Okay, let's take a look at Halliburton this morning. Halliburton's another one. This is a stock that we're all familiar with. Right now, you got Halliburton trading up to around $39.50. Stock closed at $37.81. I have resistance on this one at two levels. One is going to be around 40.75 to 41. The other one is going to be 42.03. So watch those levels. So right around 40.75 and 42.03. Those are going to be both levels. I think you could look for pullbacks, scalp pullbacks on both areas. This stock is way overdone. Again, it's just one of those deals where the markets are euphoric right now. They continue to ramp up, and I think the markets, for the most part, by the end of the session, will finish either slightly positive or flat at that worst case scenario. I really don't think we're going to get a big decline on a Friday. Normally, the markets will finish higher. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if the S&P wants to close at around the 1500 level. Right now, just to recap on the futures, they are trading higher by 4.5 points to 1496 and a quarter. But these markets are long in the tooth. Please don't take anything for granted here. I know that the markets seem to go up each and every day, but there will be a day where they do come back down to earth. All right, with that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day. It is a Friday. Again, the volume probably gets a little bit quiet, a little bit on the lighter side after the first couple of hours. So, again, take it slow. And after the first couple of hours, remember the market can float higher. All right, with that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and I will see you on the charts Monday. Take care now.